They went to bed expecting another normal night. But by morning, everything was gone. Star City, West Virginia, July 2012. A small town where everyone knows each other and secrets rarely last long. But on this summer night, a secret is born that will haunt the community for years. 16-year-old Skylar Neese, bright and ambitious, slips quietly out her bedroom window. She believes she's meeting her best friends for a harmless night out. The world outside is still, the air thick with possibility and danger. She vanishes into the night, unaware that this will be her last. By morning, her parents wake to an empty room. Panic sets in as they realize Skylar is gone. Her bed is untouched, her phone charger left behind, her window open to the cool dawn air. The search begins immediately. Friends, neighbors, and police comb the streets, woods, and riverbanks. Flyers are posted on every lamppost. The local news picks up the story, and soon the entire state is watching. Her parents cling to hope, but the silence in their home is deafening. Every hour that passes feels heavier. Investigators find few clues. Surveillance footage shows a car idling nearby, but the grainy image offers no answers. The FBI joins the search, and the case grows in urgency. Her friends, Sheila Eddy and Rachel Schoaf, are at the center of the search. They post worried messages on social media, comfort Skylar's parents, and appear on television pleading for her return. But behind the scenes, cracks begin to show. The girls' stories don't always match. Rumors swirl at school. Some classmates notice their behavior is off. Too calm, too rehearsed. Days turn into weeks. The community organizes vigils, lighting candles and praying for Skylar's safe return. Her parents appear on the news, their faces etched with worry and exhaustion. The media descends on Star City. Reporters interview neighbors, classmates, and teachers. The story spreads nationwide, and Skylar's face becomes a symbol of hope and fear. But months pass. Hope fades. The question haunts everyone. What happened to Skylar? The Neese family refuses to give up. They organize search parties, speak at rallies, and keep Skylar's story alive. Their pain is raw, their determination unbreakable. The answer finally comes from within Skylar's own circle. Rachel Schoaf, unraveling under the weight of a terrible secret, confesses to police. In a tearful interview, Rachel reveals the unthinkable. She and Sheila planned Skylar's murder. Their reason, chilling in its simplicity: we just didn't like her anymore. On that July night, the girls lured Skylar out, drove her to a remote spot, and attacked her. She fought back, but was outnumbered. They tried to bury her, but failed. Instead, they left her body hidden in the woods, returning home as if nothing had happened. The next day, they laughed with friends, posted on social media, and comforted Skylar's grieving parents. Rachel leads police to Skylar's remains. The truth devastates the Neese family. The girls they trusted were their daughter's killers. The community reels in shock. How could two teenagers commit such a crime? How could friendship turn so deadly? The story dominates headlines, sparking debates about trust, bullying, and the hidden dangers in teenage relationships. Sheila denies everything, but evidence and Rachel's confession seal her fate. Both are tried as adults. The trial is a media spectacle. Cameras line the courthouse steps. Inside, the families sit on opposite sides, divided by grief and betrayal. Testimony reveals chilling details: how the girls plotted for months, how they masked their guilt. Rachel gets 30 years. Sheila, life with parole possible after 15. The sentences bring little comfort. Skylar's story is a stark reminder. Sometimes the people we trust most can be the most dangerous. A sleepover, a night out, a simple act of friendship, turned into a tragedy that changed lives forever. Her smiling face remains a symbol of innocence betrayed, and a lesson about the monsters that hide in plain sight. The legacy of Skylar Neese endures, a call for vigilance, empathy, and the courage to speak out. Lawrenceville, Georgia, spring 2017. A quiet suburb where neighbors wave from manicured lawns and families gather for Sunday dinners. The Bjorge home sits at the end of a peaceful street, its porch light glowing softly in the dusk. Wendy and Randall Bjorge, beloved grandparents, are known for their kindness and generosity. Their home is a safe haven for family and friends, a place filled with laughter, home-cooked meals, and framed photos of happy memories. But beneath the surface, tension simmers. Their granddaughter Cassandra and her boyfriend Johnny have been living with them for months. The arrangement is meant to help Cassandra get back on her feet, But arguments and slammed doors have become routine. Neighbors notice the change. The once pristine lawn grows wild. The mailbox overflows. Friends stop visiting. The Bjorge home, once lively, now seems shrouded in silence. Days pass. Calls go unanswered. A family member tries the door, no response. The air is heavy with unease, but no one suspects the horror hidden upstairs. For days, Wendy and Randall's bodies lie upstairs, murdered by Cassandra and Johnny. Downstairs, Cassandra and Johnny act as if nothing is wrong. They order pizza, play loud music, and invite friends over. The house is filled with laughter and the glow of television screens, masking the tragedy above. Downstairs, the teens party, order pizza, and invite friends over. Friends who visit notice a strange smell, but Cassandra laughs it off. "Just the old house," she says. No one presses further. The secret remains sealed behind a closed door. The horror unravels when police, searching for Johnny, arrive. Police are called to the house after Johnny misses a court date. Officers knock, then force entry. The teens barricade themselves inside, leading to a tense standoff as neighbors gather outside, watching in disbelief. The violent standoff ends with the teens' failed suicide attempt and the discovery of the bodies. The news spreads quickly. Reporters descend on the neighborhood. Cameras flash as police carry evidence bags from the house. The community is stunned. How could such horror happen here? The investigation reveals chilling details. Detectives piece together the timeline. Cassandra had grown resentful, feeling her grandparents were too strict, too controlling. She confided in Johnny, and together they began to plot. The night of the murders, the teens cut the power, plunging the house into darkness. They crept upstairs, hearts pounding, and attacked as Wendy and Randall slept. Afterward, they sealed the room and continued their lives, using their victims' credit cards and car. For days, they lived as if nothing had happened. Shopping, driving, posting on social media, their friends remained oblivious, even as the truth lingered just out of sight. Investigators find a chilling list, names of other intended victims, scrawled in a notebook. The plan was far darker than anyone imagined. In court, Cassandra shows no remorse, laughing as she describes the murders. The courtroom is filled with shock and grief. Family members weep. Reporters scribble notes. Cassandra sits stone-faced, unrepentant, as the judge reads the charges. Both plead guilty and receive 2 life sentences each. The community reels. Candlelight vigils are held on the Bjorge lawn. Neighbors leave flowers and cards, struggling to comprehend the loss of 2 gentle souls. Counselors visit the local high school. Students struggle with fear and confusion. Parents hold their children a little tighter, wondering how such darkness could grow so close to home. How could a granddaughter murder those who tried to help her? How could teens party with their victims' bodies just upstairs? The legacy of Wendy and Randall Bjorge endures as a warning, a reminder to listen, to notice, and to never take trust for granted. Their story lingers in the hearts of all who knew them, a shadow cast over a quiet street in Georgia. Pleasanton, California, 1984. A quiet suburb where families feel safe, children ride their bikes until dusk, and neighbors greet each other by name. But on one spring afternoon, that sense of security is shattered forever. 14-year-old Tina Faelz is walking home from school, her backpack slung over one shoulder, her mind on the weekend ahead. She chooses a shortcut, a familiar path through a drainage culvert, just minutes from her front door. But Tina never arrives. When her mother realizes Tina is late, worry quickly turns to panic. Calls to friends go unanswered. The sun sets, and the Faelz family begins to fear the worst. Police and neighbors join the search, flashlights sweeping through backyards and empty lots. The community bands together, hoping for a miracle. The next day, Tina's body is found in a drainage culvert, just steps from the path she always took. She has been stabbed 44 times. The brutality of the crime stuns even seasoned investigators. News of Tina's murder spreads quickly. The school is in shock. Students gather in hushed groups, teachers struggle to find words, and parents hold their children a little tighter. The investigation begins immediately. Detectives interview classmates, comb through Tina's belongings, and canvass the neighborhood for witnesses. But the clues are few, and the fear in Pleasanton grows. Rumors swirl. Some suspect a stranger, others whisper about classmates. The police follow every lead, but the case grows colder with each passing week. Tina's family is left to grieve without answers. Her mother keeps her daughter's room untouched, hoping for justice that never seems to come. The pain lingers year after year. The case goes cold. For decades, Tina's murder haunts Pleasanton. Her classmates grow up, move away, but never forget the friend they lost. In 2011, hope returns. Advances in DNA technology allow investigators to re-examine evidence from Tina's purse. The results point to someone no one expected, a classmate, Stephen Carlson, who lived just down the street. Carlson had been at the crime scene, blending in with the crowd, even offering condolences to Tina's family. He'd bragged about the murder at parties, but no one believed him. The motive? Senseless rage. Carlson, suspended from school and angry at the world, took out his frustration on Tina, who was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. The trial, nearly 30 years after Tina's death, brings old classmates and teachers to the stand. The DNA evidence is irrefutable. Carlson claims he remembers nothing, but the jury isn't swayed. In 2014, Stephen Carlson is convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to 26 years to life. For Tina's family, it's not closure, but it's justice. They finally have answers even if the pain never fades. The community gathers for a candlelight vigil, remembering Tina as a bright, kind soul whose life was stolen too soon. Her story becomes a lesson in the power of science, persistence, and the importance of never giving up hope. Sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones we see every day. Tina's story is a stark reminder. Evil can hide in plain sight, and the line between safety and danger is thinner than we think. Skylar, Cassandra's grandparents, Tina. Each story is a chilling lesson in betrayed trust. A sleepover, a family home, a walk from school. Places meant to be safe, turned deadly. Each victim trusted someone they knew, a friend, a granddaughter, a classmate. Evil doesn't always wear a mask. Sometimes it sits beside you, shares a joke, or walks the same halls. The most profound betrayals come from those we let inside our lives. The line between safety and danger can be terrifyingly thin. Like, subscribe and turn on notifications for more true stories where the familiar turns fatal. And remember, sometimes horror smiles like a friend.